I never imagined that a backyard pool could turn my quiet suburban life into a full-blown neighborhood showdown. But that's exactly what happened when Barbara, our HOA president and the self-proclaimed enforcer of every rule in the book, decided my pool was suddenly community property. It started innocently enough, but by the end, I drained the whole thing the night before her big splashy event, leaving her red-faced in front of the entire block. Stick around, because this tale of petty tyranny and sweet payback is one you won't forget. We just moved to a cozy subdivision in sunny Arizona, the kind of place where everyone waves hello and barbecues on weekends. The house was perfecta, spacious ranch style with a crystal-clear, kidney-shaped pool surrounded by desert landscaping and a few shady mesquite trees. I'd added myself. I'd worked my tail off in sales for 15 years to afford it, dreaming of lazy afternoons floating with a cold beer while my kids cannonballed in. My wife, Lisa, made fresh margaritas, and our son and daughter turned it into their personal playground. It was our escape, a slice of paradise in the heat. But in HOA territory, tranquility comes with strings attached. The agent had mentioned the board was involved, which I now know meant overbearing. I paid my dues, mowed the lawn on schedule, and figured I'd fly under the radar. Then I noticed Barbara. She was impossible to miss always, power walking with her tablet in hand, aviator sunglasses perched on her nose, barking orders like a drill sergeant. Saturdays, she'd cruise the streets in her golf cart, nitpicking everything from fence heights to holiday lights. At first, it was minor stuff, a note about my driveway needing a pressure wash, a fine for leaving the recycling bin out too long. Annoying, but tolerable. My family loved the pool weekend cookouts, night swims under string lights. Our boy practiced his dives. Our girl hosted pretend tea parties on rafts. Neighbors complimented it, saying it was the envy of the street. Barbara, though, she just stared, her lips pursed like she'd swallowed a lemon. One evening, as I flipped steaks on the grill, I overheard her on the phone next door. That pool's a resource hog. We could make it accessible to all bylaws allow for shared facilities if it benefits the group. My gut twisted. Shared? No way. A week later, an official HOA letter arrived. Review of your pool as potential communal asset. I showed Lisa. She blinked in disbelief. They can't seriously think that's legal, right? Barbara ramped it up. She snapped photos over the fence, uninvited. Our kids asked if we'd lose the pool. I reassured them, but inside rage built. This wasn't about rules, it was control. Barbara didn't care about swimming. She wanted to flex her authority, prove she could seize what wasn't hers. The invasion came on a scorching Thursday. We were lounging poolside when the gate creaked open. In March, Barbara, tablet raised like a shield. We need to discuss this amenity, she declared, jabbing at the water. It's not private Anna Marie, it's for the subdivision. I stood, dripping wet. Excuse me? I bought this house, this yard. It's mine. She recited some vague bylaw about collective benefits, ignoring my protests. My daughter whispered, Dad, is she stealing our pool? Barbara smirked and left, but not before taping a violation notice to the door. $300 fine for restricting access. It escalated fast. More fines poured in. $150 for uneven patio stones. $200 for overly vibrant landscaping. She held a secret board meeting, then plastered posters around the neighborhood. Subdivision Swim Fest coming soon. With a photo of my pool, kids' toys are visible. I tore one down, furious. How dare she use our image? Lisa worried about the mounting bills. Our son stopped inviting friends over, scared of Barbara's wrath. Neighbors whispered some bought her story, excited for free dips. Others sympathized but stayed quiet. Barbara paraded by daily, cooing, Can't wait for the fun, make sure it's spotless. She even suggested I provide snacks. The nerve. One night, flyers hit every door. Grand pool party. Saturday, 3 p.m. Hosted by Barbara, HOA chair. Games, music, the works at my house without asking. She cornered me. Expect 60 guests. Stock up. I seethed. This was her power play, meant to humiliate me as strangers overran my yard. That's when I plotted. No lawyers yet had to make me the aggressor. Instead, something poetic. I'd rent a heavy-duty pump, drain the pool overnight on Friday. By party time, it'd be a dusty crater. I tested the setup on Thursday, the hose snaking to a distant drain. Lisa asked, "Are you sure?" I nodded. She wants a spectacle? She'll get one. Friday night, Barbara burst in again, spotting the pump. "You're vandalizing community assets," she shrieked, flanked by lackeys. I stayed cool. My property, my call. She threatened lawsuits, ruin. I laughed. "Tomorrow, you'll explain the dry hole to your fans." She stormed off, fuming. I watched the water vanish under moonlight, bourbon in hand. By dawn, it was empty concrete echoing, a lone beach ball deflated in the middle. I added flair, overturned chairs, her flyer on the gate marked closed, private only. Saturday, the horde arrived, coolers, floats, kids hyped. Barbara led, triumphant. "Welcome to our pool paradise." They filed in and froze. Gasps, then laughter. "Where's the water?" a kid yelled. The crowd erupted in mockery. Barbara stammered excuses. "Technical glitch." I stepped up. "Folks, this was never yours." She lied. "Used my photo without permission." "That's fraud." Murmurs turned to outrage. "You dragged us here for nothing?" Neighbors bailed, grumbling. Board members slinked away. Barbara stood alone, hat wilting, tablet useless. I whispered, "Next time, respect boundaries." She trudged off, defeated. She tried one last salvo, a lawsuit threat for damaging shared goods, demanding $5,000 in pool transfer. But I consulted a lawyer weeks prior. My deed exempted the pool from HOA overreach grandfathered in. I fired back with proof, noting I'd already hired cleaners to refill it. Sparkling by midweek. At the next HOA meeting, Barbara ranted, but the board turned. Grievances flooded, her endless nitpicks, favoritism. They stripped her power snow, more solo fines. She became a ghost, ignored on patrols. Our pool revived better than ever. We hosted a small family bash, toasting freedom. Neighbors apologized, and the subdivision relaxed. Barbara watched from afar, powerless. I'd reclaimed our haven, exposed her bullying. In the end, it wasn't just about the pull, it was standing against overreach. Bullies like her crumble when illusions shatter. Draining it let her ego flop in the dust, as satisfying when no court could match. What do you think? Was I justified in draining the pool, or should I have handled it differently? Share your take in the comments below. Whose side are you on and why? Let's hear your stories of HOA nightmares, too.